All right, let's dive into something we live with every single second of our lives, but almost never really think about. And that's time itself. What if our whole idea of the past, the present, and the future, what if it's all built on a huge illusion? Let's dig in.
So, here's the big question we're going to tackle today. Is time, the way we experience it, is it just a really convincing story we tell ourselves? Is it less of a river we're flowing down and more of a mental tool we use to organize our world?
And wow, this quote from the source material, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We exhaust ourselves traveling between two non-existent countries. Think about that. We spend so much energy, so much emotion, dwelling on the past or stressing about the future, these non-existent countries. And then we wonder why we're so tired and can't find any peace.
Okay, so that leads us right into our first section. We're going to look at exactly how this mental time travel, this deceptive grip that time has on us, is really the root of so many of our day-to-day struggles.
And here's the absolute core of the idea. You know that feeling of anxiety about what might happen? Or that nagging regret about something you did or didn't do? That constant feeling that you need something more? Well, these things aren't just random. The source material argues they are all symptoms of getting time completely wrong.
Okay, but wait, an illusion? How can that possibly be true? I mean, we feel it passing, right? Well, in this next part, we're going to get right into that. We're going to deconstruct that feeling of time's passage using something you're doing this very second.
Just think about what's happening right now as you listen to my voice. You're hearing one word after another, right? It feels like you're moving forward through information. But where is that movement really taking place? Let's zoom in on that.
Okay, so the word I just said, where is it? Seriously, it's gone. It's not physically here anymore. The only place it exists is as a little echo, a memory that's happening in your mind right now. It's not in some separate place called the past.
And the next word I'm going to say, same deal. It's not real yet. It's just an idea, an anticipation, a little prediction your brain is making. And where is that happening? Yep, in this moment too. It's not sitting out there somewhere waiting for you in the future.
So get this, if the past is just a memory happening now, and the future is just an idea happening now, what's actually left? What's real? Only this very moment, the immediate, real feeling of being right here. It's literally the only reality we ever get to experience directly.
And that really just boils it all down, doesn't it? The past and the future, they aren't places you can book a ticket to. They're just things your mind does. They're memory and imagination. And here's the kicker. Both of those mental activities can only ever happen in one time and one place. And that's right here, right now.
Now, I know this might sound like some wild New Age concept, but the crazy thing is, it's not new at all. In fact, it's one of the oldest and deepest insights that thinkers have had throughout human history. Let me show you.
I mean, look at this. We're talking ancient Hindu scriptures, the Upanishads, calling the world of time Maya, like a cosmic illusion. Then you have the Buddha, around 500 BCE, saying that freedom is found right here, in the present moment. Jump forward to St. Augustine, who basically said the same thing, that past and future are just memory and expectation in the present. And even today, modern physics is still trying to figure out what the arrow of time even is. So this isn't some new fad. It's ancient wisdom for sure.
Okay, so what? If we buy into this idea, how does it help us get out of that suffering trap we mentioned earlier? How do we actually use this? Let's connect the dots.
This really breaks it down so clearly. Think about regret. What is it really? It's you, right now, punishing yourself with a memory of the past. And anxiety? That's you, right now, torturing yourself with an imagination of the future. See the pattern? In both cases, the pain is happening now, but it's being fueled by things that aren't even here. And that leads to this quote, "We are elsewhere chasing shadows." That's exactly it, isn't it? When our minds are always somewhere else, stuck in the past, or racing into the future, we're missing the only thing that's real. We're missing our own lives. And of course life feels empty when we're never actually present for it. So that brings us to the solution, I guess. The antidote to all this is what people call presence. But what does that actually mean, in the real world? How does that work when you've got bills to pay and a job to do?
And yeah, this is the number one question, right? The big objection. If only now is real, do we just sit around and do nothing? Do we forget about planning for the future or trying to achieve our goals? The answer is absolutely not. And the source material has a really smart way of explaining this.
Let's just walk through this. When you sit down to plan your future, when does that happen? It happens now. When you're working hard to achieve a goal, when does that work happen? It happens now. The big shift here is subtle, but it's everything. You stop focusing on some imaginary reward in the future, and you start focusing on the quality and the reality of the action you're taking in this present moment.
And that's really the heart of it. Being truly present isn't about withdrawing from life. It's the exact opposite. It's about engaging with life more fully, more richly than ever. It means actually tasting your coffee, really hearing what someone is saying to you, and bringing all of yourself to whatever you're doing. It makes life better, not worse.
So we're kind of left with this final, powerful idea. So many of us spend our entire lives trying to create peace, trying to build a future where we can finally relax. But what if that's backward? What if peace is already here, right now, just buried underneath all the noise about yesterday and tomorrow? What if the job isn't to build something new, but just to clear away the junk and find what's already there?
So I'm just going to leave you with one last, really simple question. Right now, as you hear these final words, where is your attention? Is it already jumping ahead to what you're going to do next? Or can you, just for a second, feel the simple reality of being right here?